I'm Tafadzwa. Let's dive right in. Amid a sea of visual information, not every element can stand out at once. Emphasis is the principle that guides the eye to what matters the most. It draws attention to a specific visual element or group of elements by creating a focal point, the place where the viewer's eye naturally lands before moving anywhere else. Emphasis gives visual hierarchy, guides perception, and transforms raw elements into intentional communication. At its core, emphasis answers a simple but powerful question. What do you want the viewer to notice first, and why? Designers, artists, create emphasis using deliberate visual strategies. These techniques can work alone or in combination to guide attention and establish importance. There are many ways to create emphasis. Number 1, color. Color is one of the strongest attention-drawing tools. Complementary colors such as red and blue create high contrast and visual tension. Absent color. This is when we remove color from most elements so a single colored element becomes dominant. Number 2, isolation. Isolation separates an element from others. When we create space around an element, the more significance it appears to have. Number 3, contrast. Contrast is the clear difference between elements. Emphasis clarifies what matters by making the emphasized element unmistakable. Light versus dark, large versus small, rough versus smooth, organic versus geometric. Number 4, convergence. Convergence occurs when visual elements point towards a single area. Lines, shapes, or repeated forms guide the eye. The viewer is visually led to the focal point rather than discovering it by chance. Number 5, line, leading lines. Emphasis is also created when lines naturally direct attention. Straight, curved, thick, thin, bold, or broken lines can all act as guides. Leading lines control visual movement and direct focus towards the subject. Number 6, placement. Position guides attention. Center placement often feels dominant and stable. Off-center placement can create emphasis through tension, imbalance, or surprise. Number 7, shape or odd element. Difference creates emphasis. An unusual or unexpected shape among repeated forms stands out immediately. The eye is drawn to what does not belong. Number 8, detail. Detail attracts attention. Areas with more texture, rendering, or refinement feel more important. Line quality, thin, bold, organic, or mechanical, affects emphasis and mood. Number 9, hierarchy. Hierarchy organizes importance. Size, contrast, and dominance establish what is primary, secondary, and tertiary. Subordination reduces less important elements so the main focal point can lead. Hierarchy controls how the viewer reads the composition over time. All of these techniques work together to establish a clear focal point and visual flow. In applied arts and design, emphasis is closely linked to the Gestalt principles, psychological laws that explain how humans naturally organize visual information. People do not see isolated parts first. They see relationships or groups. Effective design begins by observing human behavior, how people see, process, and respond to visual information, then creating solutions that address a problem or communicate a message clearly. Gestalt principles allows designers to align aesthetics with functionality, working with perception rather than against it. While terminologies may vary in how emphasis is applied in visual art, or design, the core idea remains the same. Pay attention to the art elements that are seamlessly incorporated into design to create emphasis. This segment will only focus on 7 key principles. Number 1. Figure ground. We instinctively separate a subject or a figure from its background. Strong figure ground relationships, color, contrast, texture, or isolation make emphasis immediate. A good example will be emergency exit sign. The symbol is instantly readable because it clearly separates from the background. Number 2. Similarity. We group elements that share visual traits such as color, shape, size, or texture. Emphasis is created when one element breaks that similarity. On a website, primary buttons may appear in a bold color while secondary buttons remain gray, signaling what action matters most. Number 3. Proximity. Elements placed close together are perceived as related. Separation suggests difference and importance. Menu layouts, for example. Item names and descriptions are grouped closely, while prices are slightly separated to remain readable. This shows emphasis through subordination. Number 4. Continuity. The eye naturally follows smooth paths, lines, and directional flows, perceiving them as a part of continuous whole rather than disconnected pieces. Continuity guides attention through a composition by creating visual momentum. The Amazon logo, for example, uses a flowing arrow from A to Z, leading the eye naturally while reinforcing meaning and emphasis through motion and direction. Number 5. Closure. The human brain fills in missing information when given minimum visual clues. This is when emphasis is created through subordination, allowing implied forms to emerge. The FedEx logo's arrow exists in the negative space. It is visually subordinate to the letter forms, yet becomes prominent once noticed, a powerful demonstration that less is more. Number 6. Common fate. Elements moving or pointing in the same direction are perceived as related. Shared motion or direction strengthens emphasis through unity. Websites' elements scrolling in the same direction create visual flow, guiding attention and reinforcing hierarchy. Number 7. Prägnanz. Known as the law of simplicity. Humans instinctively reduce complex visuals into the simplest possible forms. When emphasis is created by an odd or dominant shape, the brain simplifies the surrounding information. Order, clarity, and simplicity feel more satisfying and readable. Simple logos are more recognizable and memorable than complex ones because they align with the brain's preference for stable, clear forms. Emphasis is not decoration. It is decision-making. It determines what matters, how meaning unfolds, and where attention begins and ends. Artists and designers shape perception with precision. When emphasis is used intentionally, the viewer does not struggle to understand a composition. They are guided through it. In both fine arts and applied arts, strong emphasis transforms visual noise into clarity, turning form into message and attention into understanding.
If you've enjoyed this video, I'm sure you'll love this one. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video.